Well, the $1 million man is here. And I'll tell you what, being the generous individual that I am, I'm going to give somebody here the opportunity to make some of my money. Now, all you got to do is bounce the ball.
Oh, baby.
Dude, don't listen to Richie Rich. He's lying. You suck.
Everybody's got a price. There's the $1 million man. Always, it's his way.
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review. Today we're taking a look at another WWE figure, and it's from the Hall of Fame series class of 2010. It's Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. Yes, the $1 Million Man, one of my favorite villains from the classic 80s wrestling era, and loved when he got the $1 Million belt. I thought that was always a lot of fun when he would come out there. Some really great storylines with $1 Million Man, and of course he got inducted into the Wrestling Hall of Fame back in 2010, and I figured, you know what, let's go ahead and take a look. So let's go ahead and start off with the packaging. So here we have the $1 Million Man in the Elite Hall of Fame boxing. It looks pretty good. He comes with the $1 Million belt. I'm really digging that. He's got his little money suitcase there, and then he comes with a basketball. When I first got it, I was like, what's with the basketball? And then I was like, oh yeah, the little kid where he had bet he couldn't dribble the ball so many times. He was going to give like $100 or something, and then the little kid started doing it, and he kicked the ball out from underneath the kid's hand, and he lost the bet, and yeah, what an ass. But that's the $1 Million Man. He was the villain, or one of the villains, one of the funnest villains. Now, looking at the package itself, it says WWE in the background. It says $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. It's got the Hall of Fame logo up there. It has the Elite logo up here at the top side of the packaging. It's got $1 Million Man, some artwork there. It says $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and it says 2010. Here's the other side. Same piece of artwork. Class of 2010, looking pretty cool. Nothing really at the bottom, so just kind of a close-up. Elite Series, there he is. There's all the cool stuff he comes with. Hall of Fame, and then on this side, here's the artwork. Looking all kinds of cool. And then 2010, this side, again, same artwork that we get. Now, I wish this guy came with the tuxedo. That'd be a lot of fun, but we got a bio here of the $1 Million Man, the same artwork, the other figures in this wave. Those figures include the Macho King Randy Savage, which I remember that era in wrestling, a lot of fun. And then you got the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. So, yeah, pretty cool. There's a little hologram, Hall of Fame, and let's see if we can get the whole bio in. Can we get the whole bio in? Oh my gosh. There it is. If you can read that, you can pause and do so. If not, let's pull this up a little closer. There we go. And then there is the other half. If you want to pause and read that, you're more than welcome to. There is all the other figures in the wave. Definitely pretty cool. I'm very excited to get this out of the box, so let's go ahead and do it, see what we think. So here we have the $1 Million Man out of the package, and it's pretty decent. I like it. I love the look on his face. I think that just screams classic Ted DiBiase as he's laughing out there. The belt fits on him a little weird, which is interesting. It's almost like it's too big. Definitely interesting. The basketball is hilarious because, yeah, it's just a little piece of plastic. It's a little plastic basketball, but it's got the little texture on it, which is really nice. It'd be nice if they put some black paint apps in the stripes there. That would have been pretty cool. Unfortunately, there's really no way for him to hold it. He also comes with his little briefcase, which is right here. It's kind of a goldish colored plastic. It's detailed really nice. It's got this massive hinge on there. It does open up, but there's nothing inside. It'd been nice if they had maybe a little cardboard sheet or something that had some money on it. That would have been very, very cool. But the way it is, it's just kind of there. So taking a look at his belt, since we're going to show off articulation here in a second, let me go ahead and take the belt off real quick. Come on, buddy. I'll say this thing is kind of awkward to get off. There we go. Don't want to tear it up. It's a soft plastic. There it is. And it looks like it has a little bit of a sparkle to it on the camera. It's actually just kind of a silver paint with all the little diamonds that are detailed in. I would have liked to have seen maybe a little pearlish color to make it look a little more diamond-like. And it's got the dollars all over the place. The thing that worries me, though, is if you look, the hinge there, it just seems like that could easily rip coming on and off of the figure. Yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I love it. He's definitely going to be using it on the shelf, but I worry how that is going to hold up over time. So that takes us to the articulation on the figure. His head is on a ball joint, and you can get some decent arrangement of movement. He has an ab crunch. It only goes one click down, 2 clicks up. His arm does spin all the way around. It goes out about that far. He's got a spin up here. And then he has a single jointed elbow, which is a bit unfortunate. Would have liked a double. His wrist spins. It is on a hinge as well. And then he has a twist at the hip. His leg goes up that far. Doesn't go back hardly at all. Does not go out. It does have a twist at the top. There is a single jointed knee that is hampered. It might be double jointed actually, but it is hampered because of this there. There's a twist at the boot, and it looks like it should have ankle joints, but they do not move at all. I mean, there's some slight wiggle, but not much, which is a bit unfortunate. But overall, I mean, it is decent looking. It stands well, and well, he's got the $1 million belt. Alright, so taking a closer look at the figure, the head sculpt is pretty good. He's got his kind of laugh where you can put his head up so he goes ha 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 ha. He's got the $1 million belt. I love the detail on that. Again, I'm just worried about the hinge on it. He's got his little white wristbands. The sculpt on the muscles look pretty decent. I love the detail in the hair. So he's got this kind of dark color underneath with the lighter kind of highlights on top, which is very cool. Then he's got his real dark beard that he always had. Definitely very 80s. Overall, I think they did a good job with this sculpt. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, it's sculpted really well. He's got his little black trunks. I like the knee pads. I think they look pretty good. All the little wrinkles in the trunks look nice. The joints, I think, are done really well around the legs. The seams aren't too bad. And he's got the dollar signs on the side of his trunks. Very shiny, glossy, reflective gold paint, which is very cool. And, of course, there's that $1 million butt, baby. So taking a look at the bottom of the figure, they're done really well. He's got those high top boots, the dollar signs painted in gold on the side. It has a real sneaker look to them. I like all the white laces, the white rubber around the bottom, and the bottom of the feet are actually done in white. It just looks really, really good and matches what I remember of the $1 Million Man as a kid. For comparison, here we have Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man, next to the Elite Series Hulk Hogan and the Basic Series Honky Tonk Man. And he stands, well, right between the two of them. He's a little bit taller than Honky and a little bit shorter, actually a lot bit shorter than Hulk Hogan here. So, yeah, I'm not really sure how accurate that is. I have to go back and look at matches. I can't remember how big the $1 Million Man was, but I thought he was a little bit taller than that. But it's definitely cool to see these guys side by side. And just for fun, here are all of my classic wrestlers from the 1980s thus far. I do have a Big Show, but he's not really part of the 80s group. This is the lineup I've got going on so far. Definitely cool seeing them all together, and cannot wait to get a full setup on the shelf. So is the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase a figure that you want your wrestling collection? Absolutely yes. This is a good version of the figure. This was probably the favorite that I saw that was out there. I like the sculpt. I like how he's got his laughing pose. He's got the black trunks with the gold dollar symbols as well on his boots. He comes with a $1 million belt. I mean, that's really, really what I wanted. If you're getting a $1 Million Man, he's got to have the $1 million belt to go with, even though it was never sanctioned by the WWF back in the day. He does come with his briefcase. It does open, which is cool. Unfortunately, there's nothing in it. Now, you know, give us some fake money or something. And he does have the basketball, which is an interesting little accessory. Definitely very memorable from the 80s. That poor little kid. I wonder what he's doing nowadays. But there's really no way for him to hold the basketball, which is unfortunate. And really the only other thing about this figure, since it was an Elite Series, I would have liked him to at least have a tuxedo type jacket to put onto the figure, just to give it a little something extra. Other than that, I mean, I really have no gripes with the figure. It's pretty decent. The sculpt's nice. I love the paint on the hair. The articulation in the ankles is a little underrated, or not underrated, just under par. I mean, it doesn't hardly move at all. I don't know if it's this figure or what, but yeah, it is what it is. So there he is, the Hall of Fame Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share. And as always, look for more videos in the future.